So we're being asked to sketch the graph of this polynomial function with these given characteristics. We know some limits as x approaches infinities. Okay, as x goes to the right, the graph goes to negative infinity, and as x goes to the left, the graph also goes to the negative infinity. So this should remind you, hopefully, that what we're going to deal with is a negative graph that happens to be an even polynomial, because both of the y values are going to the same place. So y is going to negative infinity to the right, y is going to the negative infinity to the left. Okay, that is a characteristic that all negative even polynomials have. So somehow it's going to start down here and it's also going to end down here. Okay, they're both going to be on the bottom, or rather below, to the negative infinity. The y values are going to negative infinity. Okay, so here's some other characteristics. These are the x-intercepts. So we know it crosses the x-axis at -5. So we'll put that on here at -5. There we go. It also crosses at +2, which we'll call right here because my screen is squished. And it crosses at 8, which will be over here. Never mind the scale. Well, those are the three places where this graph crosses your x-axis, okay, where the y value is 0. Okay, now we have to deal with the multiplicities. So if my equation, or my 0, has a multiplicity of 2, that means the graph is going to bounce at this 0. It will not cross the axis. It will turn around and go the exact opposite way. If it has a multiplicity of 1, it is going to cross from positive to negative in the y values. And if it has a multiplicity of 3, it will also cross, but not so steep. So your graph is going to flatten where it crosses with a multiplicity of 3. And we're also told that we have a y-intercept when x is 0, y is -8. So we can put that on here as well. These are your characteristics for your graph. Okay, so it's going to bounce here. It's going to cross at 2, and it's going to flatten at 8. So let's see what that sort of looks like. So it starts at negative infinity. It comes up to -5 and touches and turns around. So there's our bounce. Okay, it does something in here which you really don't care that much about, but it needs to cross at -8. It needs to cross at +2 and then come back down towards 8 and flatten. So it's going to go something like that-ish, maybe. Okay, so make sure there is a difference between what it looks like when it crosses and when it flattens. So this has a multiplicity of 1 and it crosses pretty vertically. This has a multiplicity of 3. It crosses much flatter. There you go.